Welcome back to the CryptoBot channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and the price of Ethereum is breaking out to the upside out of this falling wedge pattern while we're seeing a bullish signal on the daily time frame. So I'll be covering all of that and so much more later in this video. Definitely stick around. First, giving you a quick update on the 12-hour Ethereum chart, and we actually fell short of the golden pocket. We didn't make it all the way down there, which is still a good sign to see. Basically, anything above this golden pocket at around 2,600 is good for Ethereum. But based on today's Fed meeting and the outcome of that meeting, the probability of playing out a bullish recovery from here has been increased. Because the last time that the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by the amount that everyone was expecting, that was back during the middle of March, right around here, and obviously you can see what happened next after we already played out around 1 month worth of bearish price action leading up to that Fed meeting, which is very similar to the current situation. But with that being said, obviously we still have a lot of resistance ahead of us. For example, at around 3,000 US dollars and 3.2k are two levels of resistance that I am paying attention to moving forward before we can even think of Ethereum recovering back up towards this high back here, which is sitting at around 3,500. And when you're taking a look at the daily Ethereum chart, looking in the VPVR indicator, we also have a massive range of resistance coming in at around 3,000, just above 3k. And then once again, as I just said, we have that resistance at around 3.2k, but after that, the resistance drops off quite a lot. So that is also why I am focusing on those two important levels of resistance. But if you're looking in the parabolic stop inverse indicator on the daily time frame, this has just flipped back into the green. We've just seen our first bullish signal since pretty much the last Fed meeting back in March, which is very interesting because usually when this indicator flips bullish and bearish on this time frame, the price of Ethereum itself normally stays bullish or bearish for at least a couple weeks or so. Now, at the moment, we don't currently have a lot of confirmation in the daily RSI of a bullish reversal, but looking in the daily MACD, we are getting very close to a bullish cross, potentially within the next 1 to 2 days. We could see this bullish cross, and then once we do see the bullish cross, we also need to see a daily candle close to cement that bullish cross in place. And once again, the last time we had a bullish cross in the daily Ethereum MACD was right at that last Fed meeting in the middle of March. And obviously you can see what came next over the next couple of weeks. So once again, I want to make it clear that this bullish cross in the daily Ethereum MACD has not been confirmed at the time of recording this video. We are just getting very close to it. But what has been confirmed is this breakout out of this falling wedge pattern, which is technically a bullish pattern. And by the way, this is on the 4-hour time frame. And as I've been saying over the past few days, this pattern is more likely to break out to the upside, which has obviously now happened. And so the technical price target for this pattern is at the top of the wedge, coming in at around 3,150. Now, obviously, we still have that resistance at around 3,000, but beyond that resistance, I'll be targeting around 3,150, which is close to that 3.2k level of resistance. And anything above around 3.2k, I would be looking towards that previous high that we set around a month ago, back at around 3,500. And over here on the 3-day Ethereum chart, the bulls have defended this important line of support, coming in at around 2.6k. And so, technically speaking, the price of Ethereum remains in this multi-year long uptrend because we're constantly forming higher lows and higher highs on the larger timeframes on this 3-day chart, for example. And if you're looking at the 3-day Ethereum price oscillators, right now the RSI is still in an uptrend because we're forming higher lows and higher highs, obviously. And technically speaking, this is more bullish than bearish for Ethereum on the larger timeframes. And over here in the 3-day Ethereum MACD, it is currently still sitting in the red if you're looking at the histogram, but we're seeing an extreme lack in bearish momentum at the moment in this indicator on this time frame. And so if the price of Ethereum continues with this short-term recovery, that could result in another bullish cross in this 3-day Ethereum MACD, which would maintain the bullish price structure on the larger timeframes. And now giving you a quick update on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart on the daily timeframe, and just letting you know, I've moved a little bit of my Bitcoin back into Ethereum. And it is important to mention for anyone that is new to the channel, this is the Bitcoin that I accumulated back here using Ethereum. So right back here, a couple weeks ago, I was essentially saying that we're very likely to have a bit of a pullback for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and obviously that has played out very nicely. And as I was saying that a couple weeks ago, I let you know publicly here on the channel that I moved a little bit of my Ethereum back into Bitcoin, because obviously during this time period just here, Bitcoin actually held up a little bit better than Ethereum. So once again, I basically just moved the Bitcoin that I accumulated with Ethereum a couple weeks ago back into Ethereum right now. And obviously I've ended up with more Ethereum than I started with because Ethereum during that time period pulled back against Bitcoin. And the reason why why I'm essentially closing that trade and moving back into Ethereum is due to a couple different bullish signals. First of all, the breakout in the daily RSI was one of our first bullish signals. And then also, now that today's Fed meeting is done, we know the interest rate hike. The last time that happened was back in the middle of March once again, and that was right here for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And in the coming weeks, the price of Ethereum outperformed Bitcoin in the next few weeks, while the overall markets were playing out some bullish price action after the Fed meeting. And also in the daily MACD for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, we're getting very close to another bullish cross, but this hasn't been confirmed just yet. And I also made that decision because the Bitcoin dominance on the daily time frame has just seen a major rejection from the golden pocket. And obviously I've been covering this over the past few days, and I've been mentioning over the past few days that the altcoins are going to be doing a little bit better than Bitcoin on average while the Bitcoin dominance is in this rejection. And especially if we see some more bearish signals in the price oscillators, such as some lower lows and lower highs forming in the daily RSI for the Bitcoin dominance, or a bearish cross in the daily MACD for the Bitcoin dominance, those will be some more signals that I'll be looking out for moving forward to potentially confirm some more bullish price action in the overall altcoin market. But right now we don't have that extra bullish confirmation for the altcoins, but we are potentially in the early stages of that, especially as the Bitcoin dominance has seen a rejection from the golden pocket. And if you want to maximize your profits in crypto, whether or not prices are going up, down, or sideways, then these two videos popping up right here on your screen are definitely for you to watch, because they can help you make that happen as they show you how I do it myself. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.